like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Diorpop. Today, we're not just talking about a BTS live, we're talking about the quiet moments, the stolen glances, and the kind of connection that doesn't need words to be understood. In the middle of laughter and casual conversation, Jimin and Jungkook once again reminded us that some bonds are felt, not performed. Let's take a closer look at one small moment that revealed something deeply real between them. In BTS's latest live broadcast, there was a small detail that many people might have overlooked, but it spoke louder than anything else about the special bond between Jimin and Jungkook. In the middle of a relaxed conversation about their new album, Jimin softly shared a story about his parents listening to the songs. He imitated his father's voice, deeper, calmer, more serious, as if bringing a piece of home into the live broadcast. What truly captured attention, however, was not just Jimin's story, but Jungkook's reaction. Before joining in, Jungkook looked directly at Jimin. It wasn't a quick glance. He waited. He waited until Jimin noticed him, until their eyes met. He did this twice, patiently, as if the moment would not be complete unless Jimin was fully present. Not just sitting beside him, but emotionally connected. When Jungkook finally mimicked the voice, Jimin's response came instantly, a bright, genuine laugh. It was the kind of laughter that can't be forced, the kind that comes from deep comfort and familiarity. It reminded everyone that they have always known how to make each other smile, as if they understand exactly which buttons to press to lift each other's spirits. Beside them, Namjoon watched with a surprised expression, almost as if he couldn't believe they were still playing around like that. But for Jimin and Jungkook, interactions like this are nothing new. Over the years, we have seen them communicate countless times using nothing but their eyes, as if they share a private language only the two of them understand. In this moment, the way Jungkook waited for Jimin's attention before acting revealed something deeply meaningful. For Jungkook, Jimin's presence, both mental and emotional, matters. He wasn't trying to perform for the audience. He was creating a moment meant only for the two of them. A small, intimate exchange that carried meaning precisely because it was shared together. What makes this even more striking is that it all happened in a public setting, with cameras rolling and other members around them. And yet, Jimin and Jungkook effortlessly created their own private bubble, something that has always been characteristic of them. They didn't seem concerned about who was watching. They were simply being themselves, just as they always are when they're together. That natural ease is the strongest proof that what we see is not an act or fan service, but a reflection of who they truly are, on and off camera. The context of the moment is also important. Jimin was talking about something deeply personal, his parents' thoughts about his music and growth as an artist. Moments like these naturally make a person more vulnerable. The fact that Jungkook chose that exact moment to share a playful exchange with Jimin speaks volumes about the level of trust and emotional safety between them. It's not something he would do with just anyone, it's reserved for someone who truly matters to him. And Jimin's open, unrestrained laughter confirmed that he understands and cherishes those small gestures, ones that only Jungkook seems to express in that particular way. Recently, there have been recurring discussions attempting to question the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook. Some claim they should distance themselves, others invent stories about new partners. These narratives fall apart when faced with reality. Their bond remains strong and unwavering. We have never seen Jimin or Jungkook genuinely drifting toward anyone else. Instead, they continue to share moments filled with warmth and affection, through Weverse posts, live broadcasts, and quiet interactions that speak louder than words. Their chemistry is impossible to fake. It lives in their glances, their body language, and the small habits repeated over the years. Those who dismiss it as mere fan service often see only what they want to see. But for those who have followed their journey from the beginning, the truth feels unmistakable. Jimin and Jungkook grew up together, from young trainees who relied on one another, to world-renowned artists who still instinctively seek each other out in moments of nervousness or doubt. Jungkook often finds comfort in Jimin, and Jimin always responds with a steady, gentle form of support. They complement each other beautifully, Jungkook's energy and spontaneity balanced by Jimin's sensitivity and dedication. This harmony wasn't created overnight. It was shaped through years of shared experiences, trust, and mutual understanding. Today, their bond feels more natural than ever, no longer hidden or restrained. They don't need grand declarations. Simple gestures, eye contact, shared laughter, subtle touches, say everything. These moments reflect a level of comfort and emotional safety that can only grow from a genuine connection. The relationship between Jimin and Jungkook goes far beyond ordinary friendship. It is a bond formed through time, shared history, and quiet devotion. Without needing to announce it, without exaggeration, their connection continues to grow, calm, sincere, and deeply real, both in front of the camera and in their private lives. What makes their story so compelling is that it unfolds quietly, in moments that are easy to miss unless you're truly paying attention. Jimin and Jungkook don't announce their closeness, they live it. It reveals itself in instinctive gestures, how Jungkook subtly leans toward Jimin when the atmosphere feels uncertain, or how Jimin's expression softens the moment Jungkook speaks. These are not rehearsed actions. They are habits formed through years of emotional familiarity. There is a sense of safety between them that cannot be manufactured. When Jungkook looks to Jimin, it isn't out of obligation or routine, it's reflex. And when Jimin responds, it's never forced. His reactions come naturally, whether it's a laugh, a quiet smile, or a reassuring glance. This unspoken exchange creates a rhythm between them, one that continues regardless of where they are or who is watching. Over time, their dynamic has evolved into something deeply balanced. Jungkook brings a raw, youthful sincerity, unfiltered and honest, while Jimin offers emotional depth and attentiveness. Together, they create a space where both can be fully themselves. That balance is rare, especially in an industry that constantly demands performance. Yet with each other, they don't seem to perform at all. They simply exist. It's also important to recognize how consistently this pattern appears. Across years of content, variety shows, concerts, behind-the-scenes footage, and live broadcasts, the same behaviors repeat themselves. Jungkook seeking Jimin's reassurance. Jimin responding with warmth and patience. These recurring moments form a quiet narrative of their own, one that grows richer with time rather than fading. As BTS continues to evolve, so does the bond between Jimin and Jungkook. Fame, schedules, and external pressure have changed many things around them, but their connection remains steady. If anything, it appears more grounded now, less impulsive, more assured. They move with the confidence of two people who know exactly where they stand with each other. And perhaps that is why their interactions resonate so deeply with so many people. They reflect something universally understood: the comfort of being seen without explanation, the relief of being accepted without conditions. In Jimin and Jungkook, we don't just see idols. We see two individuals who have grown side by side, choosing each other again and again in the smallest, quietest ways. Their story continues not through dramatic declarations, but through consistency, through presence, through the kind of connection that doesn't need to be named to be real. And that's what makes moments like this so unforgettable. Not because they are loud or dramatic, but because they are honest. In the smallest exchanges, eye contact, laughter, quiet understanding, Jimin and Jungkook continue to show a bond shaped by time, trust, and shared growth. In a world full of noise and speculation, what remains constant is the way they naturally gravitate toward each other, creating warmth without trying. And maybe that's the most beautiful part of their story. It doesn't ask to be proven. It simply exists. Thank you for watching, and as always, welcome back to Diorpop.